Hello Gemini and Gemini Rising, welcome to my channel. This is Kat with your esoteric reading for the month of September. I do hope you had a lovely summer. In the month of September, there is a lot of movement and a lot of change around you. Now, you are one of the action signs of the zodiac for the 2016. So according to this, the action is definitely with you. The core of your reading says that there should be some kind of breakthrough or change, or you might be uncovering something. There might be secret that's coming out. There might be an important information you're getting to. Something is changing, and as a result of this different way of thinking or this important message, this new communication that comes to you, or you are communicating in a different way, there is a change. So it seems to me that in September you actually might be getting rid of things that no longer serve you or things that no longer work. There is a sense of cutting out of either relationships or situations that are no longer good for you. There is some kind of rupture happening in your environment. And with the Page of Swords at the core of your reading, this tells me that you are, I think you are, as I said, very important in this, because you are an air sign. So this could be, Gemini, like yourself, or Aquarius or Libra. So there's a connection to another, a fellow air sign. But I would say this is all of your own making, because of something you perceived, or because something you uncovered, or you changed the way you were thinking about something. So there was some kind of decision, something changed, and as a result there is this, everything is changing around you. So I have the confirming energy here as a Wheel of Fortune. So this tells me, for those of you who felt that not much was happening, that you felt stuck, or there were some issues in the past, your situation, so the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. Now, whether this is positive or negative, it's up to you. This just means that the force is with you. So make sure you are active. Make sure you try to get ahead, or you go after things you want. And I think the universe is on your side, because there is this action energy around you. So I'm getting the sense of some kind of increase. So for those of you who are, as I said, if you were in a difficult situation, there is a chance of this improving. So there is a change coming in for you. For those of you who were, so to speak, you were up on the wheel, you actually might be coming down. So there might be a change of energy around you. You might be, because I pulled the World in reverse as an outcome of your reading. So yes, there is sense of a cycle being completed, but it's not being completed this month yet. So this is still there's work that needs to be done. And the Wheel of Fortune also symbolizes a cycle of some kind of circle. You're completing, you're working on something, and when this is upright, this is a very good sign that the wheel is turning. So you should not feel stuck at all. So for those of you who felt stuck, you should be feeling unstuck finally. And as I said, there is a sense of some kind of change or something important, a message coming in. This could be in regards to a career, a job situation or career, some important plan, to children, because you do have 2 pages here. So your mind could be on children, and you might be actually making to the future of your children. But overall, this is just this message here to pay attention, and especially because for the most part of September, Mercury will be retrograde. So do take care when you communicate. If there is any messages back and forth, something you're discussing with important people, make sure you come across very clearly, because there is a chance of some kind of confusion or being misunderstood. So, but with this page here, as I said, there is this a sense of the need for clear thinking and clear communication, and possibly some messages coming in regards to career or children or some important plans. In your recent past, many of you, I pulled Nine of Swords in reverse. I am happy to see this in reverse. This tells me that many of you, maybe you had some serious issues like worries or anxieties. There were some problems you were dealing with. For some of you, there is even a chance that there was a death in the family, or an illness of an important person in your life. So some kind of trauma almost that was impacting you. But this being in reverse, this tells me that maybe just recently you came out of some heavy thinking, or some this anxiety is dissipating. It's there might still be some worry or some kind of suspicion in regards to something that is still influencing you here in the month of September. However, I do think that with this Wheel of Fortune, your situation is really changing, and you're working on some kind of cycle completion, even though it's not, I don't see it done in September. So this would be, I think, more of a long-term project, but you're definitely, I would say the action is with you, Gemini. And then going forward in your near future, I really like that you have Four of Cups in reverse. Now, Four of Cups, it's normally a situation where you would find yourself almost like unable to decide, because you might have several offers, but none of them is any good, or you might actually feel bored, that things are not really happening, nothing is going in your favor, or you actually might be blind, you don't see what's being offered to you. But this in reverse, so there is a freshness coming in for you in your near future. There is a possibility of a new development. There might be new relationships coming in, or new situations, anything to do with the things you love. So whether this is love and romance, relationships, or even business, something you're all the things that makes you happy, even creativity. For those of you that are artists, it seems to me that going forward there's newness around you. There is a new situation, new relationships, something new will be presented to you, and I think you will be quite happy about it. As for Gemini, with the Three of Wands, you definitely are growing. This month is great to focus on business. So maybe not necessarily, don't start anything new. I would say work on the existing projects, because they will flourish for you. So the Three is all about expansion and creativity, and so you should feel that you are in the growing stage. You might be, for those of you who are in business, so you might actually be dealing with maybe foreigners, foreign lands. So there is a lot of maybe there might be your business. For those of you that are artists, there might be some creative projects. You might be actually dealing with multiple clients, and so that kind of thing. Overall, there's a sense of expansion, so sense of success and creativity. When it comes to your thoughts with the Page of Cups, many of you might be thinking about a love and romance, or things that makes you happy. There might be actually an admirer, or you might be admiring somebody, so there might be a love connection. You might be, so this might represent a new romance, or again, there might be that connection to children, because this is also a very youthful energy. A chance of being connected to a water sign person, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So you might be, if you know any of the water signs, some of you might be actually thinking about this person, whether this is in connection of love and romance, or possibly business, or as when it comes to art and creativity. So, but overall, this means it's a very positive energy. There might be message, so you might hear some important information in regards to all this. And also you might be thinking about a friend, a loyal friend. And again, chances are this friend is a water sign. So the way other people will see you, Gemini, in the month of September with the Two of Swords, in the thing that I would like to say that this is normally a card of harmony, or like a balance. But with this being in reverse, this tells me that you might be, there might be some kind of some tricky situation, or pay attention, as I said, the way you communicate, the way you come across, because again of that Mercury retrograde. Make sure you're clear. Also make sure you understand people, or that you hear what they say, and also they hear what you're saying, because there is a chance of some kind of a falsehood or misrepresentation, which is I don't think there is it's not this might be just simply because of miscommunication. So so pay attention to that. When it comes to your environment with the Knight of Wands in reverse, as I said earlier, I do think there might be some changes or ruptures, or even breakups when it comes to your environment. So many of you will find yourself in a brand new environment, connected to very different people, or you might start working with very new people, different people than what you were used to. Another message I'm getting is that there might be if you had any situation before that was very almost like fickle, maybe this could be a person or a situation that just came and went, and you never knew, you didn't know what was going on, it was very unstable. This tells me that this should come to an end, because your environment is changing. So whether this is your loved one, your family, or your actually work environment, there's definitely a change within the relationships around you. Another message I'm getting, together with the World in reverse, and I do think Aries had the same or similar messages, that maybe traveling wouldn't be a good idea, especially because of the Mercury retrograde. I would say if you had any travel plans, I think they would be more for work or work related. So meaning that if you travel, it's because you have to, not because you want to. So if you can postpone any traveling, it would be better for you to postpone it. When it comes to your hopes and fears, with the Four of Pentacles, I think many of you will focus on money and material possession, but in a good way, that maybe you want to rebuild your savings. Maybe from what I see here, maybe in the past, these worries or this difficult situation, maybe this was of a material nature. So if that's the case, then this change that you should feel in the month of September should bring about this growth, and therefore also you will feel like you need to save some of that good fortune and some of that, build your work on your prosperity, because the 4 is all about foundation, solid foundation and stability. It also might be a house, so many of you might be actually thinking of real estate, but with this Knight of Wands in reverse here, I don't see that happening in the month of September. Maybe this is just it's good still to work on your finances, on your savings, on your investments, maybe to pay down debts if you have any. But on the flip side, do not hold on too tight to money and possessions, because this that's depicted on this card, he's actually blocking his heart because of he's holding too tight to one of the pentacles that he's so what I'm saying is that in some extreme situation, the material possessions and the money might actually be the reason why some of your relationships will break down. So do be aware of that. And then the outcome is the wonderful world. Even though it's in reverse, I still think it's a very positive, it's a great energy. There is definitely a cycle that you're working on. You are unable to complete it just yet, but I don't think, I think this is just time, it's delayed, because the world is also all about time. So pay attention, time is somehow important. So be on time, or don't be late, or the sense of timing somehow is very important in the month of September for you. And the completion of the cycle, I think, might come later on, not in September. And the behind the scenes energy with the 8 of Swords, again, I think, and so you have the 8 of Swords here and the 9 of Swords here in reverse. So that's why I thought that some of you, maybe there was a situation where you felt almost like paralyzed. You were unable to make a decision. And again, this doesn't have to be anything serious. This is a very general reading, so I'm not saying that every single one of you felt trapped in difficult situation. But even if it was just something simple as unable to decide on something, to me it seems that in the month of September, this is you're somehow moving on, because with this Wheel of Fortune, your situation and your energy is changing. So you will be able to realize that this sense of entrapment was only in your head, that there is actually a way out of any difficult situation. But overall, Gemini, I think the month of September looks very interesting for you, and definitely there should be some new situations and possibly new relationships coming in for you in your near future. So this is what I see for you, and I will talk to you next month.